Night with Osteen. And now, your host, Joel Osteen.
Guys, I'm so excited tonight. I tell you what, I just want to get started off with a big bang tonight. You know, I always like to give things out to you guys. So tonight, free pocket Bible. So here you go, free pocket Bible. Free Bible. That's New Testament with Psalms and Proverbs. There you go. That's the good stuff. That's all you need right there, brother. All right, here we go. So, all right, now, welcome to Lakewood Church, you guys. I just, you know, I love to do this, and this is a new thing that we're doing with this late night. I just love it. So, anyway, you guys know I always love to get started off with something kind of funny. So, anyway, I'm just going to start with a little joke for you guys. So, here, so you guys know sometimes my jokes aren't doctrinally correct. So, don't get angry. I don't want to get any angry letters. All right, just laugh. Okay. So, here we go. All right, now, this lady died, and she went up to heaven, and she went up to St. Peter, and she said, "Did I make it into heaven?" And he was like, "Well, sure. I mean, not quite yet, though. What I need you to do is I need you to spell a word." And so she was like, okay. So she thought for a second. She said, love. L-O-V-E. He said, "You're great. You're in." He said, "Now, I tell you what. I got to go. Can you watch my spot for a while?" And she's like, "Yeah, okay." So then later, it turns out her ex-husband came up. So he comes up there, and he's like, she's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Well, I just had a heart attack. Did I get in?" And she was like, "Not quite yet." She's like, "You got to spell a word first." And he's like, "Well, what word?" And she's like, and then she said, "Czechoslovakia." I love jokes, so I just decided I'm going to do a couple more. Is that all right with you guys? Is that okay? All right, I love these things. So anyway, now there's this teacher, and she had her class, and what she decided was she was going to teach them a lesson about self-confidence. So what she did was, she said, "All right, now anyone in here who feels that you're stupid, I just want you to stand up right now." Of course, she was not thinking anyone was going to stand up. Well, sure enough, this one little boy just stands up, and she just, oh man, she was not expecting anyone to be standing up. So she's like, "Well, you know, Johnny, you really don't think you're stupid, do you?" And he's like, "No, I just hated to see you standing up there by yourself." We've got a great show for you guys tonight. Just great show lined up. And anyway, just one more little something kind of funny. All right. Now there's this little girl, and she was sitting there with her grandpa, and they were just hanging out. And she sat there, and she was just staring at him really intently, looking at all the wrinkles in his face, and he's getting older, and his skin was starting to just get wrinkly and saggy. And she just sort of looked at him, and she said, "Now, did God make you?" And he said, "Yes, God made me a long time ago." So she thought about that, and she said, "Well, did God make me?" And he said, "Yes, God made you just a little while ago." So she thought, and said, "He's getting better, isn't he?" All right, man, I'm just so excited about this show. We've got a great show lined up for you guys tonight, just to kick off the season. I'm loving it. So we just got some great stars tonight, and our first guest tonight, I'd love to introduce him right now. He is just an absolute star in the biggest meaning of the world. He's in rank number 13th on the world time top male actors, pretty incredible. And then he's also holds the record for the number of starring roles, holding the record with 142. He is an American icon. Everyone welcome, please, the one, the only, John Wayne.
Tall man proud.
Oh, John Wayne, man, we are honored to have you on the show tonight. I tell you what, it's just amazing to have you here tonight. And I gotta ask you, so how have you been?
Hey, if you ask me how I've been, I'll shoot you.
Well, all right. So that's Cindy, let's just say that for another time, all right? Let's just say that for another time. Let's say that for Sunday morning. Thank you. That's Cindy Ratcliffe, Cindy Cruz Ratcliffe, our worship leader at Lakewood, and she's sort of filling in tonight, sort of being our band saxophone leader. Doesn't she do a great job? Yeah.
I see. Well, I say, a woman can do any job she wants, as long as she has a dinner on the table when you get home.
That's quite a statement there, John Wayne. All right, now, you know, speaking of women and relationships, my new book, Become a Better You, deals with these issues. It talks about all those things like developing inner motivation and just leading a better life throughout your day and just all these things, and just it's really gonna, I believe it's gonna help you become a better person.
Hey. What? Isn't this show supposed to be about the guest, not the host?
Well, all right, okay. God bless you, man. All right, tell me about your childhood. We haven't heard a lot about, you know, how it was when you were a child. Did a lot of kids give you problems? I mean, you were the dude, but did you ever have a time when kids were giving you problems or trouble or anything like that?
Trouble. I was the trouble.
I can believe that, I tell you what. Now, okay, let me ask you a different question. One thing, I've looked through the interviews that the people have done with you, and we haven't really heard about your parents, and personally, I would love to, hear about the family home that developed such a great American icon. And so, what were your mother and father, what was your relationship with them like?
Yeah, that's real sweet. What kind of questions are these? If you ask me another question like that, it'll be the biggest mistake you ever made in Texas brush popper.
Oh, God bless you, man. I love you. Bless you. I'm becoming a better person. I'm speaking right now. All right. Okay, so, you know what I heard the other day? I was reading, and I read that Target thus far has already outsold their entire, how much they sold last year for the entire Christmas season, and it's not even a week away from Christmas. Have you been doing any Christmas shopping yourself?
No. I hate shopping. Shopping's for women.
Alright, well, I think it's about time to introduce our next guest. How do you guys feel about that? Alright, now you guys all know him as a beloved deputy that has entertained you for years, and now he is actually our new Director of Security at Lakewood Church. I am pleased to announce, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Barney Fife.